I'm Lydia Dietz and I'm of sound mind. The man next to me is the one I want. You ask me, I'm answering. Yes, I love that man of mine.
Tonight, we're diving into the deliciously dark and wonderfully weird world of Beetlejuice. If you're a fan of quirky characters, supernatural shenanigans, and, well, that dark, gothic, Victorian Tim Burton signature style, then this cult classic is just the ticket. So grab your popcorn, cause it's showtime. All of the movies that we talk about on Terror in the Tropics can be found on Netflix. But you will need to be able to access Netflix's global library. It's so cheap. Click the link and watch our how-to video and thank me later. Released in 1988, Beetlejuice. Oh, jeez. Is a horror fantasy comedy film directed by the one and only Tim Burton. His aesthetic creates a surreal, otherworldly atmosphere that perfectly complements the film's macabre humor. Burton's creative vision gives the setting and characters a very distinct look and feel that can really only be described as, well, Tim Burton style. One that he has seemingly been creating since he could crawl, noticeable from even his earliest works from the 70s. He was obviously inspired by what's known as German Expressionism and films in that vein, such as The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. But on top of that, a quirky and fun character style that might have been passed down to him. Take a look at this old Halloween costume that Tim's mom made for him. So cute, so familiar. Tim Burton was accepted into the very Disney-centric California Institute of the Arts, a prestigious school where Walt Disney and his brother are both founders. Tim Burton created a short cartoon piece there that got his foot in the door as an apprentice at Disney Animation Studios. At Disney, he worked on such films as The Fox and the Hound and The Black Cauldron, though it is likely that most of his concept designs for the films were scrapped. But his love for the B-rated horror movies that he grew up with and that aesthetic caused a bit of a clash there. The Disney brass couldn't really get behind his weepy, dark, elongated characters, macabre stories, and gothic settings, so before long he was fired. Hard to believe nowadays. Tim Burton's projects have directly brought in over $1.8 billion US and global box office revenue for Disney. And that's not counting the significant additional revenue from home video sales, streaming, and extensive merchandising, particularly for The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a massive hit over and over again every Halloween. It also doesn't include use of its film's trademarks and theme parks, etc. You guys should be grabbing a couch cushion or maybe one of those nice little chair cushions, like the ones you put on your outdoor patio furniture, tossing that thing down on the ground in front of you, kneeling down on that, real nice and comfortable, and sucking that man's His first major film was actually the Pee Wee Herman movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Oh, fuck. I love that movie. In hindsight, it doesn't seem extremely Tim Burton-esque, but go back and look again. It's got moments when it gets a little dark, in a great way. It's most prominent in the large Marge scene. And you'll notice his stop motion elements there too. Also check out his Batman movie. It's dark, gritty, and unlike any superhero movie before it. Even the new Dumbo movie gets filtered through his B-movie horror aesthetic and his dark sensibility for visual storytelling. He has a very consistent brand, and it's brilliant. But back to the film at hand. Michael Keaton plays the titular role, Tim Burton initially had trouble casting Mr. Beetleman. Several actors, including Sammy Davis Jr., were considered. I gotta be me. It wasn't until Michael Keaton was cast that the character truly came to life. Keaton's improvisational skills and wild energy were pivotal in defining the role. Michael Keaton spent only 2 weeks filming his part, but his over-the-top performance cemented the movie's legacy in pop culture. Michael Keaton's improvisation led to some unexpected, memorable moments. For example, his infamous line, "I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it!" And that was ad-libbed, showcasing Keaton's comedic genius. The story of Beetlejuice. The Beetleman story begins when happily married couple Adam and Barbara Maitland, played by Alec Baldwin and Geena Davis, tragically die in a car accident. They find themselves ghosts stuck in their picturesque country home, unable to leave. To make matters worse, their home is sold to the Dietz family, a wild brand of 80s New York yuppie. The Maitlands are finding out that they, not able to leave the house, will have to live with these people, and they're transforming of their country house into a dark, eccentric, modern Gothic artistic expression piece, a la Tim Burton. My whole life is a dark room. One big, dark room. Enter Lydia Dietz, a Gothic teen who quickly discovers the Maitlands and becomes their ally. In a desperate attempt to scare away the new inhabitants, the Maitlands summon the mischievous and malevolent bioexorcist Beetlejuice.
Nobody says the B word, come on.
However, his idea of help is chaotic and dangerous, leading to a series of wild and wacky events. The role of Lydia Dietz, played by Winona Ryder, almost went to several other actresses, including Alyssa Milano and Juliette Lewis. Burton believed Ryder perfectly embodied the goth teenager spirit and sensitivity, and she is perfect for the role. Her past career is vast, but you probably remember her most recently as Will and Jonathan Byers' mom on the Netflix series Stranger Things. Will, are you there? Lydia's mother, Delia, is so memorably played by Emmy winner and comedy legend Catherine O'Hara. She was churned out by the improv comedy enterprise Second City out of Chicago, a starting point for so many comedy vets such as Bill Murray, Chris Farley, Jordan Peele, and so many notable others. Delia Dietz stands out as a symbol of artistic eccentricity and comedic brilliance, making her an essential part of the movie's enduring appeal. With its blend of humor, horror, and heart, the Beetleman movie has cemented itself as a beloved staple in the world of cinema. This was my favorite movie as a child. If you haven't experienced it, I would highly recommend you watch the timeless classic tonight. Or if it's been a while, it's probably time for a rewatch. Click the link below, you won't regret it. Beetlejuice. Enjoy. If you're a member of Netflix Global, you know what to do. But to learn more about Netflix Global and how to access all of these movies via Netflix, click this video. Or for more of me tonight, touch right here.